Welcome to Admiralty House. Linda and I are absolutely delighted to have this particular group here today on a very, very special occasion.
We are so excited at Paralympics Australia to announce today the biggest archery team we have fielded at the Paralympic Games in 40 years. Let's give our 2024 Australian Paralympic Para-Archery team a big round of applause. Congratulations, athletes.
It's such an honour to have the Paralympics uniform and to be heading over to Paris. To be honest, it hasn't quite sunk in as yet. I've heard that it does take a little while.
Well, I was training for 2016 Paralympics, and just before trials I tore my rotator cuff and snapped my long-headed bicep off my shoulder, and that took me out of contention for a year. And you know, I had a long rehab, and then I changed sports and, you know, fell obviously into archery. So to obviously wear the green and gold has been a long time coming.
So I guess you've gone from a sport that I guess you're really good at, and then you're starting at one like almost from scratch. Like, has that been kind of like hard, or was it hard?
Oh, it was definitely hard. It was like you were going into the baby of the sport, and I had no idea. I didn't know which way the bow was up or what to do. So so going from the top level of one sport and then coming into the bottom level, I suppose it made me appreciate the sport too as well, because I'd already been through the journey through paddle.
I'd been an elite athlete all my life, and I thought maybe this might be over for me, but then I always had this naggy voice in the back of my mind going, you know, my journey wasn't done.
I like the idea that athletes who we are now can inspire younger people living with disabilities that anything is possible. There's no can't do, it's can do and will do.
I've always said to my children that if you're going to live a life, leave your name somewhere. Don't leave a life and just have a name on a tombstone. You want to live your life and leave a legacy. Like do something extraordinary in your life.
I think you're also a grandma to a little girl. Like, is it also about like inspiring her?
I don't know about that, little Miss Tilda. Even though she's only 2, we're getting the competition levels happening. We race in wheelchairs and bikes and everything else. So I just hope as she grows, she learns the spirit of sport, the spirit of competition and respect for other people no matter what.
You're 50 years old now, and you're making your Paralympics debut this year, which is pretty incredible. What kind of message do you think that says just for like all people that have a disability?
Go for it. There's nothing to stop you, and I think I mentioned before that the only person that can stop you is yourself.
Yeah.
So be creative and think outside of the box, and don't let anyone tell you that you can't.
This was the first sport that we won a gold medal in back in 1960 as well, so there's a lot of heritage with the archery. So to have this announcement today is pretty special, and those 6 athletes I know will doing us incredibly proud.
Yeah, definitely. And I was watching the swimming trials on TV the other night, and the para athletes are in prime time, which I guess doesn't always happen, and we saw the effects of that. Like, how important is it?
Oh, so important. I think it's so important because it just shows that our athletes are just as able, just as elite and deserving of the recognition of Australians, and also how many amazing young athletes with disabilities getting to watch and aspiring to be Paralympians down the track.